All right, what's up, guys? What a great day. What a great day today. June 23rd in the books. Thank you for the people that are joining the live stream. Hope you guys are really enjoying it. Give you guys a full balance session plus about 30 minutes there of live order flow reading every day, showcasing my work, levels I trade, order flow reading, and just show you how you can be really mechanical in the trading. Today I'm going to run through the day here on the NQ and the ES. Basically bottom tick, top ticked the day today, gave the guys the range before the day opened, told them exactly what was going to happen. And we'll just see how levels traded and how our setups played out in the market today. Again, if you want to pop in, see what we're doing, man, we're doing something really crazy. You click the free Discord there. Come on in. You get me on the mic all day long and on text all day long. You get me posting screenshots, talking tape all day long, telling you about the setups that we're trading, giving order flow education in there. It's pretty awesome. You can see the cool tools that I built at play all day long, and you can see what a real edge looks like. So that being said, let's jump into it. All right, so today, if you were on the live stream this morning, you heard me say before the bell, I'm looking for 74.22 to hold. If 74.22 held the bid, fractally, that opened up 74.61. And if we bid 74.61, we would look for a rip into 7,500, which we would be watching the tape in there to fade. Okay? That was the plan. I'll get into the NQ after this. All right, so let's get into it. What happened? Here's the open candle. Right, here's the ES right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, let me CS? No. This is here. See it. Ah. Who that was there? My system's spilling over from Dropbox. Let me try to oh yeah, there we go. I was looking right here. The reverse on my screen. That's why I was like, what's going on here? All right, here we go. So here is 74.22. What do we do? We'll talk the tape through. We'll run through the whole day. Looks below 74.22. Said nope. We're bidding that. We knew that the bid would come in there, right? Look below, strong bid. We pull back here. Here's our 74.32 level. Comes back, hits it to the tick. It may seem random, but it's not. 74.32 hits. Large bid on the close of this auction. Up we go. Okay, right? We're going to remember this. We're going to remember this because this gives us a trigger. This little diamond for me is a coded signal. This is my long signal for my automation. So that is a trade setup. We're going to revisit it. Talk about it. Now we move up a full squeeze all the way to where, guys? 74.61. This is the level that I said from 74.22 was my first leg target. Where'd we go right to? 74.61 to the tick. Look above it, found distribution. We close really strong. We get a short signal there. We're not interested in shorting this though because of the strength of the auction. Right? This is a 30-point level to level move. Okay? It's beautiful. Tick to tick. Absolutely gorgeous. We're just looking for joining lawns because the tape is so strong. We're not looking to take shorts. We're going to see if this thing can now move for another leg up to 81. Next leg target. We close over 61. This confirmed. Bid moves up to here, 74.62. What happens next? We pull down to where? Right on top of the bid. You see this wick of this candle here? We pull in right to the bid, 63.5. This is the bid right here on the tape. Pulls in, boom. Where's it go? 74.81. Perfect. 74.61 to 81 rotation. Absolutely perfect. We tap the level. You see how perfect these levels trade? Hits the level, closes just barely below. You're like, okay, now it's time to go short. No. The close is too strong. We have a massive order flow bid sitting right here. Bid moved up. We pushed. Everybody tried to short. Nope. They bought the living snot out of it. This is now our bid support currently in this auction as we go higher. Okay, look at all this beautiful absorption here. What do? We trade down to where? almost to the top of the bid right here at 75. 75 through 71 is huge support on the tape. Push above 80. Okay, then this has room to get to 7,500. But as soon as we hit here, 74.90, we are watching for a rejection and a possible topping. Why not 7,500? 7,500, yes. But why 74.90? Because of the way we're coming into this level. Okay, context is everything. We come heavy into this level, this specific level, we have a chance of a harder reversal. Okay, if I'm coming in on a real low slope, I'm not looking for it. But because we're coming strong into it, I'm looking for this thing to possibly reject right here. Possibly down. Push down to where? At least down to 70. What happens? Boom, we push, we tag 90 perfectly. Look at that beautiful rejection. We now have a short signal right here. Absolutely beautiful. We have a long signal right here, right? Now, if you took this long as it comes back into the bid, there's no setup here yet, right? But it just sets up here now. I prefer green close, perfect. It's red. I would skip this long personally. And what happens now? Boom. Where did I say price can go to? 90 to 70. That's exactly where it went. It hits our target. We close literally on the level. Go long, right? No, there's no setup there. Even though you got order flow bids there, we are just retrading the level now. I have to see if it's going to hold the support. It's an ugly close on the level. We have to wait. What happens? Smart decision. Okay, we open on the level, drills down right to where our previous pivot target of 74.61. We have a strong bullish reaction, literally bottom tick of the level, right? These levels are not by accident. Okay, they seem random, they're not, right? You won't know it unless you actually see it. Here, and we also set up a short signal here. So now we're trading in our rotation, and now we figure the price is going to rotate into here for a while until we break out of it. So we have a beautiful short signal here, and we can take this long signal here. You get a fill here, goes up, or you take the short on the next bar coming down here. Boom. Oh, we're auto trading here still after hours. Now, we flush, right? We'd rather short here and buy here in this zone, right? We want to skip this if we can. We come down here, we get a nice close. We trade exactly bottom tick to the level, but barely holds the level. This is not a good confirmation bar for me to go long, even though we typically look for support here. Closes heavy. Okay, what happens next? Break lower. It's here. Close below. This thing is one time framing down. You don't want to long a one time framing down auction, just like you don't want to short a one time up auction, right? What's one time framing? Say on down, the high of the previous candle can't be breached. So you're basically boom, boom, boom. You're just stair stepping down perfectly. You can't even break the high or the low time framing up of the previous candle. Stay away from those auctions. Do not try to reverse them, right? You have to wait for a specific thing to happen. I'm not going to give it away in here. I talk about it with my team all the time. But now we're almost down here. We're almost back to 32. Remember what I said about 32? Remember? You go back to early in the day, there's a beautiful long signal rate sitting right here. Well, what happens? So we come down, we're one time framing down, boom, 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 boom. Holding under, trying to get to it. It's trying to get to 32, right? It's really trying to get there. Right, so remember that. So now we push back up. We've got no shorts. The only short signal we have here is up at 70. So we're just letting this thing trade, right? It's just rotating. We're closing above, closing below, pushing above. We're getting no pullbacks to the levels. So we're just waiting, right? Now remember, this short signal sitting right here at 70. Boom, comes up. We get filled right at 70. Perfect 1R, 2R. Boom, boom. That's all we need. Comes back up. You take the short again. Right? You also have a long signal now based off this close, perfectly off 74.61. We take this short again. What happens? Almost stops you out. Not quite, because we know where to put our stops. Short is still valid. Short is still valid. Boom, another 2R. There we go, beautifully. Now, maybe you didn't take the short. You get your long opportunity. There's your 1R on the pop off it. 2R on the move back up. You take the re-short here. Another 1R on the drop, and then finally stops you out. And then watch what happens. Barely gets back under, and then boom, see you later. Boom, see you later. So very successful rotation in here. There was a lot of profit made for the team. Some really, really good trading, clean trading opportunities. We just put the limits out, just let the levels trade, set risk. We leave it alone. And then we get this huge flush here, right? Short signal triggers here at 61. Beautiful setup right here if we can come back and revisit it. But market doesn't want to. Short signal shows up lower. And there we go. There's our flush, the 32. Look at this beautiful tape that comes in here. See how it's all thin prints, right? And as soon as we get to 35.75, boom, the bids kick in. This is absorption. This goes back to my first video about absorption 101. A passive absorption. When price is coming down, they absorb it all on a red candle, and they take it on, they hide their size beautifully, but we can see it, right, through these special tools. Look at this beautiful absorption. Remember, this setup goes all the way back to 940, the second 10-minute auction of the day. It comes back up. As soon as it hits this level, we're long, right? We don't wait. We're long 2R. Long again, 4R, right? We don't want to be short down in here. We want to always be looking for longs, right? If you wanted the short, that's your entry. Here, when it comes back up, you short here. 1, 2, 3, 4R. I mean, what more do you want? Incredible opportunity today all around the board in this market with these levels trading absolutely beautifully if you know what you're doing, right? If you don't have these levels, you're kind of lost, and you know, tape is a good thing, but you need the good stuff in front of you, right? And then we just kind of knee jerk here for the rest of the day, and we just kind of rip here, up, down, up, down, up, down. But you see shorts here, longs here, right? Longs off 32, shorts off 51.5. Can't trade it. Boom, we get another chance here to short 51.5. Look what happens. Another 4R. Insane. Absolutely insane. And then that's our after hours. Pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. So in total, I mean, you can add them up yourself, but, you know, I think yesterday we got a total of about 8 to 12R in our rotation yesterday. And today was at least that, another 8 to 12R. If you just hands off and just like let the stuff trade like it should, right? You take the trades properly, you put your targets, you leave it alone, you don't mess with it, and hands off. So again, a really, 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 really beautiful day. Now, I always plan my day on the ES, and I let the NQ come down on its levels to where the ES lands, right? Because where I think that NQ can land, there might be a 50-point, 80-point divergence between the two of how much the NQ trades relative to the ES, right? So my daily plan is all around the ES, right? It's always around the ES. Let's go look. What are we doing here? Trade one. Let's talk about the NQ. If you listen to it, I mean, the charts look the exact same. If you listen to my live stream today, again, before the bell, I said I'm watching 29,687. This is going to be our key level here today. So we opened, we looked below it, caught the bid at 640, and ripped back over 687. Boom, there's our long setup there at 734. This level paid today. Let me tell you, you guys shorted 750. We're buying 734. And I'll show you why retail stuff like buying 100, selling 100 doesn't pan out, right? But I see you guys there on the table all the time. One time frame auction down. When we got to this level right, there was a level right here into 30. You don't see it anymore because we shifted down. Look at all the distribution here above 30K. Right? I know a lot of people are just like, sell 30K. Just look at this tape and how incredibly hard sold it was. It's like, I kept saying on the stream, I was like, holy guacamole here, boys. There's a lot of distribution. Everybody's buying here, looking for this 30,000 push to continue. And like, they came in and they just unloaded into you guys. And then we start the down move. Boom, boom. There's our short signal. Now remember this 734 down here. Okay, remember this. There's our short entry right here off 931. Beautiful. This is like textbook, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful short entry. It doesn't get any better like that for us. Gives us a full 4R here, so it's an 80-point drop. Perfect rate to target. And then we get another short signal here. Does it come back to fill? And now we're just one time frame. Now we get into 734. Now we're going to look below this, and then we'll see in the afternoon how this trades. So when we're selling down like this, I always think, okay, we got room to like 687. Let's look below this. Let's let it. We'll find out where it bottoms, and then we'll put our attention on this if this 687 holds. So we look below 734. We're coming into 687. We start finding a bid here at the open print, right? Of course, 700 is right there, but they start trying to buy here. They start trying to absorb price here at around 730, just below our level, right? Looks below, and then you get this big pop, right? So then we got this short signal here now. So we got short signals here, here, and here, right? But as soon as we get down to 687, look what happens. Look at all this selling here. This is the stuff I talk about how I always see the bottom first and the top first. All this selling here, there's nothing to sell here into 687. When we tried to come down here, there's nothing to sell. We have like a 400% drop off or 500% drop off. So it's just like, okay, this thing's done selling, at least into here for now. And let's see if now, if either 687 retrades or if we get a close above 34 here, we're going to look for 34 longs. We push back above. Now it drills through this short signal, but we're not looking for shorts at this time because we've already found the low. Okay, but there's nothing to sell here. So there's no reason to go short here, right? There's no reason to short 800 or anything. There's nothing to sell lower, right? So there's no reason to look for that. Let that setup happen, right? Push all the way back up. Here's our short signal from before. Now you can short here. Nothing wrong with this. This is beautiful. Take the short here. We get stopped out. That's fine. Sets up here. Here's our short signal here. They try to get us. They just miss us on this one. There's a nice 2R right there. There's a long setup right here. That fills. That's for a 1R. And then we start the movement down. I'm not looking to buy here. I'm looking to continue the short down to around 734 or at least here to 85, which we just got to. Comes back up. Here's our short again. Take it again. Gives you another 2R. You see how precise these levels are? This is 880, right? Doesn't make sense, right? Why 880? Because math. Why? Get it again. What happens? Can't get me, right? There you go. There's another 2R, right? Start with this to trade and this to trade. Finally get it, and then that candle closes. Closes right on 734, right? No joke, right? They took the bid, they flushed the bid, they drove it down to 734, where we're gonna watch now to see if this look below. Now we have a short signal right here. We don't get the close yet, right? Not looking too good yet. Close on it, close on it, close on it. Right? There's no long here yet. We try into 687. This is where they couldn't sell anything before. Then they drill it. So there's no long setup here at 87 yet, right? From previous, we haven't traded it. They drill it, and then this is where the fun begins. Right here. So now let's this is really ugly price action. So they get under 87. This is where everybody's short here below, we'll say 700. So now we know that everybody is short under 700 just by this tape, this soak, this push down, how this closed. Okay, everyone's short here under 700. We had this really nice bid that's down here at 80. Boom! Immediately take these guys for a ride. They said nope. Right? Bid moves up here in the auction here to 687. This is a really good turn of events here. So on this close, I'm going to look to see if this bid can hold up. Look at that. Pulls into the bid, nothing to sell. Right at this 687. This is the level that was laid open cash session. Okay, so all we got to do is let everything happen, let the level trade, let it set up. Right? We just don't take the level. It has to trade a certain way. Right? And this is what these signals are all. Now this is signaled to me along with the order flow, like, hey man, we're here. Get stopped out. That happens. But it doesn't matter that we get stopped out because we've already recorded like 6R, 7R up in here. So we don't care, right? Care. Stop. Right? And now we're trading this chop zone. But if I turn this to like a 5-minute, you'll see how. Oh yeah. You'll see how the 734 trades. So like I can change it to any time frame and the signals will adapt to that time frame. So everything is pre-programmed to be automatic, right? Oh. Oh. Wow, Sierra just. Oh, there we go. Whew. Now this is I don't like looking at 5-minute focus. And this looks different. Hang on here. Oh no, I'm talking about 840 here, up here. Yeah, this section right here. This is where we were taking trades. Longs. Paid out really, really well. It wasn't 730 up here. This little sequence before we lost it, right? But again, here was actually here. So shift around here. Overall, it was a really, really nice day. Man, this is terrible. This is why we don't look at crazy footprints like this. This looks much better. Anyways, I'll quit rambling. As you can see, a very successful day here for the team. Guys in chat, screen share is up for you guys. If you want to learn more about this tape stuff, have access to some levels, free daily plan is up there. I'm with the team all day long from before the market opens to when it closes. So no wiggle room, but you have to come to learn, right? There's no excuses. Got to hold everybody accountable. Yeah, just come and learn, right? Maybe you don't like my levels, right? Maybe you want to learn some awesome footprint reading skills that you can set up. It's just a place to come and learn, hang out with no egos, and really focus on trying to become a better trader, making money, right? Show you how to really do this so you really understand what's going on. Most important thing is you want to understand always what is going on. The levels for me gives me a complete roadmap of the day. That's all I have to do. I have to let price trade them, and it shows me order flow in here. Anyways, the Discord link is in the description. If you like this video, just give me a thumbs up, man. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Say, hey, good shit. And, help me grow this channel. I'll keep trying to keep up and doing these recaps. It's a lot of work. I do a Zoom session with my team every day after the market close. So I just finished that. Then I hop on here, do this with you guys. But I will continue to try to be as consistent as possible and keep pumping these out here. Slowly grow up. But other than that, we'll see you in the room. Thanks for your support. Let's have a good Wednesday. See you guys in there.